So you've fallen in love with fishing, but now you want to go a little further and possibly spend the night.
Well, that is exactly what Jeanneau's 25-foot Leader 7.5 was made for. With a length overall of 25 feet 5 inches, an 8-foot 3-inch beam, and a dry weight under 5,000 pounds, this center console walk-around can easily be towed behind a half-ton pickup. Which means you don't have to be stuck on one body of water all summer. Starting aft, let's take a closer look at this new leader from Jeanneau. The large stainless tow bar is optional, but hints at the versatility of this console boat.
With this big tow bar, you're going to need a swim platform. There's an outboard in the middle, so you've got two small ones to either side. This one's covered in beautiful teak and has a 4-step reboarding ladder, which is good because they're fairly high off the water.
Just forward the port platform is a built-in cooler with a drain. In the cockpit, we find large self-bailing scuppers to either side, and a manual bilge pump.
To port, we have a decent-sized locker in the floor. However, there's no drain. If you install a drain, this would make a great fish box.
One big challenge with trailerable cruisers is finding a good balance between cockpit and berth space, especially on a boat clearly intended for fishing.
If you're going to have a big cuddy cabin on a 25-foot boat, you're probably going to compromise some cockpit space. And this kind of layout is what we would normally expect.
2 swiveling buckets and 1 aft bench help maintain deck space for fishing, but don't provide much room for guests to lounge about. And this is where the Leader 7.5 gets interesting.
The aft bench slides forward with a couple of supports, and then you add a filler cushion, and you've got a mini sun pad. However, there's more. Slide the 2 side seats down, and you have a huge lounge area sun pad on a 25-foot boat.
This is even more notable when you consider just how big the V-berth is, but more on that in a minute.
This may be a walk-around console, but the side decks are asymmetrical, which means there's a little more space to port, which makes it very easy to get to the bow on this side. I also like the fact that T-top has big handholds, very secure if you're moving forward in a seaway.
Forward, we find another huge sun pad with a filler cushion for the front hatch.
There are even 2 reclining backrests that flip up and make this a perfect spot for lounging on the hook.
Unlike most 25-footers, the anchor locker on the Leader 7.5 is huge and leaves plenty of room for this optional Lumar windlass with remote, allowing anchor retrieval at the push of a button.
Now, what really separates a Leader from your traditional day fishing boat is this big cuddy cabin. And there is plenty of space down here to enjoy an entire weekend on the hook. Now down below we find a small galley to port with a stainless sink and faucet. And as you can see, there's plenty of room to sit with the filler cushion removed to either side. But if you're staying overnight, and that's what this is really all about, you simply slide the filler in with the cushion,
and you've got a decent-sized V-berth.
Now, unlike vintage cuddy cabins of the past, the Leader has wrap-around hull-side windows, giving you a fantastic view of the water and letting even more light in.
It's nice to see European designers include hatch screens with privacy curtains for the North American climate. It only takes one buzzing mosquito to spoil a cool breeze on a hot summer night. A small head can be found to starboard. While there's not enough room to stand up, it is well equipped with a touch-sensitive LED light and a little storage. engine options up to 300 horsepower are available from both Mercury and Yamaha.
This one we've got here today is powered by a brand new 250 horsepower Yamaha. And while you can opt for the 300, I think the 250 might just be enough.
With a time to plane of 4.5 seconds and a top speed hovering right around 50 miles per hour, the 250 is no slouch.
One thing I like right away about this little leader is the helm. There's lots of freeboard, and I feel protected and confident while I'm at the helm. And the ergonomics are very natural for standing. But with these seats and the flip-up bolsters, you can sit as well, quite comfortably. The only disadvantage is the seats are low enough with the bolster down that I have to stretch just a bit to see over the center compass. Now, I like the compass and I like the position of it, so we flip the bolster up, and now I can easily see over top. And the footrest is perfectly positioned for sitting with the bolster up.
With a 21-degree dead rise, the Leader 7.5 hull finds a reasonable balance between ride comfort, stability, and handling. Cutting through 2-foot chop without any pounding, we didn't have to slow down until the waves approached 3 feet. Now, she won't turn like a sport boat, but you can swing around quickly when you need to. Plus, that extra freeboard really helped keep us dry in less than ideal conditions.
The winds today are gusting between 45 and 50 kilometers an hour. It's really nice to have a set of Lenco trim tabs to get the nose down and slow the boat right down. We're still managing to stay on plane even as low as 14 miles an hour. And that really softens the ride when the conditions pick up.
With a versatile cockpit, spacious V-berth, and more sun pad space than some 30-footers, the Jeanneau Leader 7.5 is just about ideal for weekend getaways.